and welcome to Lagos Voices. I am Sydney Okafor. It has become worrisome to know that flooding in some parts of Lagos metropolis and around the country usually occur annually, now that the rainy season has commenced, affecting substantial percentage of population and causing considerable loss of road portion to flood waters on the streets. But this time around, the Landlord Association and residents of New Okwoba community have cried out to the state government. Well, let's find out what exactly they are going through at the moment.
Driving or walking through this well-constructed interlocked road in the New Okwoba community makes commuters and residents feel at ease. However, a significant concern raised by many residents of the community is the poorly constructed drainage system and inner roads, which are hindering the free flow of water and exposing the road to flooding whenever it rains.
The time we come this area, it no be like this. If it rain fall like this, all our streets will be dry, no water, no anything. But like 10 years ago now, the water they disturb us. So I went out. Before I came back, all my market is in this shop. Water flow everything. So I can't see single something take out because I have a bag of rice there, spaghetti, salmon, everything spoiled before I came back. Before my tenant come back, all the property, everything spoiled last year. That's the first day when water enter our house. But it will be like it will be in the street like this, then in compound. But last year he enter all our room, everybody enter. We are begging government that it should help us because the time where I come this area, it no be like this. But the time we can't do that, our titi here. So that drainage we do for us, it no work at all.
The major problem we are having here is erosion. To tell you the fact, you do enter my sitting room. You will enter my sitting room, enter the kitchen, pull out the fridge. Why you pull out the fridge is that the level of the water, pull out the fridge. Then the seat in the sitting room, you pull it off, the level. When it rains for 2 hours, because when no way for the erosion to go, it look for where enter the rooms. So there are some houses here whereby their tenant has a car, but they can't park the car. When it starts raining, I have to remove my car down to the main road. In fact, there's one of my car inside. The rain spoil it because it flow enter inside the car. When you get to Lukman, jeep, car cannot walk in jeep. In Lukman, it's only jeep. When it rain, it's only jeep. And our chairman, Mr. Motosho, that man has been trying, to be honest. That man has been trying, spend his own money all the time to park that place. So the government should help us and come to her, particularly that Lukuma, so we can have a piece of water here.
Aside the losses caused by the flooding and the consequent threats to commuters and residents in the community, the poorly maintained canals create an uncomfortable environment, putting their health at risk.
In fact, this subject of flood is giving us problem in this area. We have been to Lagos State many times. They are trying their best. They said they are still coming to come and help us to find solution to this problem of drainage. Even this my fence, this is the third time. This one first, the second one, another one. This year now, we have spent up to 1 point something on the fence just to repair it. Because if you don't erect it, the water stays inside the house for more than 4 days. I have the flood pump that I use it to throw it back to the gutter every time. That wahala is too much.
I'm a pensioner living in my husband's house here. And I lost my husband about 8 years ago. This challenge has been going for long. It has been on, and we've tried our possible best in many ways. We thought when there was no road here before. So we thought when they made the road, we'll be okay. But when they did the road, I think the road was higher than the level of our house. So the flood used to enter everywhere. We've tried many best. We've gone to Alausa, do many things with the landlord association meeting. We used to complain, but there's no any this thing. They will just be promising us. So we thought when they build the gutter, we'll be okay, but not yet. Even the tenants, they don't used to stay. At times they will stay 2 months, they will take their money and go. So that time of COVID, no, it was a hell. But there's nothing I can do. I think my children cannot leave me. They used to feed me and give me some money for the renovation of the house. There was a time the flood entered everywhere. I have to change the tiles, not this thing. Even till now, I'm still paying for the debt of the renovation. We can't even car can't enter. You too can see, can't enter. So all my tenants, they used to stay and go. They've been complaining now. But some of them said there's nothing they can do because if it's their house, they can't run away. Because of my character to them. Because I treat them as my people. I can't be living alone. That is it. I want government to come to our aid now to rescue us from all this erosion. If there is any rain coming now, we will be praying. We won't have any rest of mind. It's a big problem for us in this area. We are just begging the government to help us on it. There's nothing we can do.
Well, it's I would say it's pathetic, and it's also unexpected because I got here 2 weeks after I got here was when I noticed that the area gets this flooded. It's very terrible. When it gets flooded, you can't come out of your house, and you can't even come into your house if you are outside. It's not a thing of using a rain boot. A rain boot doesn't solve the problem. It gets to your lap level. That was what I experienced, and it just rained for like 2.5 hours that day, and it was that bad. So you can imagine if it rains for 3 days consistently, it's going to be really terrible. And like I said to someone, I was going to leave. I went to the landlord and told him that I want to leave because I wasn't prepared to cope with this kind of issue. But when I was told that the government have come to look at the area and they're planning to do something about it, I said, okay, let me wait. But up till now, I'm yet to see the presence of the government, and people are leaving this area. A lot of houses are empty because of flood. Like this one you see here, the owner has left. Nobody's living there because of the flood. So, and if people keep moving like that from this place to a particular place where they don't experience flood, the place becomes densely populated, and it's going to be a problem for the government. That's the reason why they need to treat things like this, so that we can have people spread to areas like this. And if this kind of thing continues, it becomes a health hazard. It will create room for many problems, and like I advocate for psychological well-being, this is part of what causes psychological distress for people.
Chairman of the Landlord Association described a disheartening reality where residents must vacate their homes during the rainy season, returning only when the rain permits them to. The Landlords Association of the community says numerous appeals have been made to the Lagos state government to help the community before it's completely abandoned.
Flood. For the past 2 decades now, 20 years, we've been feeling this flood problem. And every year, in and out, it's getting worse and worse. Yes, the government of Lagos State have been trying their effort, but unfortunately, like Yoruba always say, Tino Baton Lori, Tino Baton Lasho, Ejakinto Le Kono. So, but we are still hopeful that the Lagos State government needs to come to our rescue to elevate this perennial flood that's ravaging our community. Personally, we've been donating money. Physically, we've been clearing the available drainage. We'll be writing to the various governments that are in charge of drainage. The ministry, director of drainage, promising upon promising. And every year are good enough that the rain has not started everywhere. Had it been, the rain has been at its peak. Where we are standing now, this is almost Short Street. Yes, in Amandi Ojokoro. We will not be able to stand where we are now. With the rain that fell last night, we will not be able to stand as we are standing here. But glory be to God, the rain was just a minimum. In fairness, 75% of the residents in this area has no tenant because the net they have moved out of the premises because of the flood that's affecting the property. In fact, the beginning of the year, we have the rain that fell around March, February 20, especially. There are some fences that have to collapse because of the flood. So for now, most of the residents here are vacant. But glory to God, like Yoruba we all say, "Ibi tó rí bá dá ni sí, ó là ń gbé." So we, the owner, where do you expect to go? We have to remain and start facing, hopefully or hoping that soon the government will come to our rescue.
In an effort to mitigate flooding in the area, committee members usually work together to clear the drainage and allow water to flow. But they say until the problem is permanently addressed, tragedies occasioned by flooding may continue to be an annual occurrence in the community.
Well, you just heard it from the Resident and Landlord Association of the New Okoba community. What they are going through. We hope the state government takes steps to resolve their plights. Now, still on the issue of bad roads in Lagos, but this time around, we are looking at a suburb that has been grappling with the same issues of poor drainage system due to a link bridge built by the state government that connects Ayobo to Barua as well as Igando. This improper drainage system has caused flooding whenever it rains, just as it is raining at the moment. Now, most inner roads in that area have collapsed and have become a death trap for commuters and residents in that community, making that road not motorable. Well, let's hear what they have to say about the poor state of roads in their community.
Olorujube Community Development Area, Kandos, is a suburb in Ayobo Ekpaja under Alimosho local government area where most inner roads have become a death trap and no longer motorable. As scam as this community is, with beautiful houses and schools, the road in the area are at deplorable conditions. The residents say at the heart of the problem is a link bridge built by the state government, which does not have a proper drainage system.
The governor of the Lagos State, His Excellency Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has really tried for us, especially in our community, and I can say with confirmation that he's one of the best governors we've ever had in Lagos State. The newly constructed bridge that linked from Idowegba down to our community has just been constructed, and that bridge has been in existence years without number. So kudos to our governor of Lagos State, and now we are now bringing the knowledge of the governor to get to know exactly the purpose of that bridge. The bridge link is very easy for us to link from that bridge down to Ayobo, Ogun State, Ishefun, Isheri, and so on. But there is a street called Kainde Bakari. The street is not motorable again, and that one will now affect the purpose of the bridge being created to this community. So we are begging our governor to help us and do something about the road, because it has really affected our community a lot. Palliatively, the community has done a lot, even more than a lot. It's even affecting the pocket of the community because we do not have any money again. All the one we are able to generate within the community, we spent it on the road. Lastly, along that Kehinde Bakari Street. We just spent about 1.8 million that road, and the flood is so high, it's so heavy. If you can see the heavy of that flood, it has washed up everything that we did. So that's why we are begging our able governor now to come to our rescue. It's more than 10 years now. Series of letters has been written to the chairman of the local government, Ayobo Ipaja, and also to the Lagos State government, and we are very sure they are coming. They are coming to our aid to help us, because we have a very good response from them. So I know very soon, anytime from now, they will come to our rescue.
I want to speak as a mother in this community that this flood is really damaging our area, affecting our children. Our children cannot go to school when it rains. In fact, we are suffering a lot. When it rains, the children cannot go to school. When it rains in the evening, we cannot sleep. We find it difficult to sleep when it is raining, because the flood from the new road channel to us is really affecting us. Please, we are calling on the state government. We know that he's able to do all things. We depend on him because he is the only person we have that can help us. Please, kindly help us, come to our aid, so that we will sleep when it is raining.
Most of the buildings in the community have been abandoned due to lack of accessible roads.
They constructed the road all the way from Barowa inside down to Tokumbo, but there's a mistake, however. Instead of channeling the water and emptying it into canal, they stop at that Tokumbo, meaning that the flood now enters into our community through St. Michael, Bakare, then into many streets we have in Olorunjube community. And this has done a lot of damages. And almost all of us, we are afraid. The thing can carry house, can carry fence, can even take somebody or human being. So we are pleading on the Lagos State government, though we are not Oliver Twist, but we continue to talk to them, beg them as far as they are. I don't think they will like to hear bad story from this area, because it's still part of Lagos State. We are pleading with them, thanking them for the one they have done, and we are pleading with them to come to our rescue before the thing gets out of hand. It is affecting tenants, because when they come to this area, they will see fine buildings, beautiful houses, but no accessible road. So all they will tell you that they will not live in this kind of environment. So it's affecting us. Even a good number of landlords, we are not talking about landlords now, are abandoning their houses. How much less the tenants. So they find elsewhere, and it's affecting us.
The road is very important, very, very important. It affects everything in the community. I know some of my neighbors have spoken about different areas, but I'm looking at even the security issues about the road. For instance, before the road became so deplorable as it is, the police van used to patrol our area. They will come all the way from two-story, move down to Makinde. They come frequently like that. But since the road has been damaged, we have not been seeing them. Because, there's no road for them to pass. So even if we have any emergency in the night and we call them, there'll be nobody to rescue us. So we really need quick intervention. Everything is affected. It has affected even the value of buildings in the community. Nobody wants to come again. Some people are leaving because it's not convenient. Some houses are there, the tenants are vacated, everything. So we really need government intervention. We need them to come in, especially in that area of security. We need it. Because, God forbid, even in the night now, somebody's wife goes into labor. To transport the person during that period, it becomes a problem because it's only Okada that can pass. Even the Okada passing, there's a problem. There's fear that it may fall down. There was a day the Okada fell down at that Bakari Street, almost going into the Okada. People had to rush to drag him first, and the floor took the Okada. So we need government intervention. We really need it. They should please help us. We know they've been doing a lot. They've done the bridge, and again, that bridge that links Lasu Igondo Road to Barua and everything cannot be useful except Bakari Street is repaired. Because people that are going to Abule Egba, going to Agbado, they will need to pass through Bakari Street. In order to, if they are not passing through that, it means they will go back to Barua, which government is trying to prevent. There will be cluster there, there will be gridlock and everything. So we really need this Bakari road fixed.
The situation has crippled businesses in the area. Transportation fares have also become tripled and making community around unaffordable for many.
But it has really affected our business because the accessible roads that people will use to come and buy from us is not accessible. So when you keep your things, your goods to sell, no people is coming around because of the bad road. Most especially when it's raining, the flood will be much. Everywhere will be flooded. That even you that is staying in the shop, you will be afraid of coming out to sell to people. Nobody wants to come out. If you are in, it's raining, you are in. You are out, you will not come out, you will not come back until the whole flood has gone out. It's affecting our business, it's affecting our buildings, it's affecting our houses. And by the grace of God, we've been trying to see as if we can do it by ourselves. But the thing is getting out of hand. As every woman, every man in this our community has automatically become an engineer that knows how much a ton of granite is, a ton of a rod is, a trailer of granite, sand, you know it, because every season you will be doing one thing or the other. Instead of feeding, we are not talking of food and scarcity. Instead of feeding, we are spending more on making sure that the buildings we have is not being swept by the flood. So I am using this opportunity to plead to the government, even to our local government chairman, Mama Shobo Wale, to please come to our aid and assist us the more.
I've been in the community for the past 10 years, and I think the challenges has been on since then. But gradually it's damaging our road, and I think the community is trying their best. If you can look around, you see the little construction they've done, which erosion has carried away also. The little one we can do, at the entrance there are some laterites that we used to fill the place up, some concrete we did, the drainage we did here, the flood has flooded it away. I think this is beyond the community capacity. That is why we are begging your honorable governor that you should please intervene in the community issue. So we won't have our children staying at home when it is raining. When it is raining, we are unable to transact our business. We only did the little one we can do online. When it is raining, when it is sign of raining, we have to be calling our HM from the school, the principal, that they should release our children before it is raining. Because when it is raining, we have to stop the children from going back home because of the flooded. The area is flooded. It's beyond our capacity. It's very, very beyond our capacity. And I think the community has tried. For that, we don't have anything in our purse in the community again. We cannot run the community the way, and it's depreciating the economy of our community. Because we are unable to transact our business the way we are supposed to transact it. We are unable to feed our children the way we are supposed to feed them. Our children look unkept when it is raining. Because if you look at our area, there are some abandoned property. Due to the bad road, people that owns the property have to abandon it because there is no access road to their destination. There are some buildings that the flood has flooded away, which has been abandoned. So it makes us as more bushy area than buildings in our, which is very, very dangerous for our children, because it's easy for the hoodlums as their hideout. Since we are having an abandoned properties in our community more than the completed property, it's easy access for the hoodlums to hide as their hideouts. So, and it's very dangerous for our grown-up kids. They can easily kidnap from there. At times, we gather ourselves to pray. So such thing will not happen in our community. Please, we need your intervention, Mr. Governor. Please, we know you've tried for us in the community, but we still need your efforts on this road, please. This road is the access road to Ogun State. But since it is flooded, you cannot have access to any other route aside from the community. We only parabolate in our community. You don't have access route to any other community.
The Landlord Association now say they can no longer continue to provide palliative measures to mitigate the impact of flooding on their own. They are now hoping for urgent actions from the state government.
Welcome back. You have seen everything for yourself. Let's hope the state government comes to their aid on time now that the rainy season is hitting them hardly. Well, that's how much you can take on today's episode of Lagos Voices. Please stay tuned and join us next time. Bye for now.